Hi everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we are diving into the world of phrasal verbs with call. Phrasal verbs can be tricky, but they are essential for sounding natural and fluent in English. By the end of this video, you'll have a solid understanding of how to use these phrasal verbs in your everyday conversations. So, let's get started. Number 1, call off. It means to cancel something that was planned. We can use call off when you want to indicate that an event, appointment, or arrangement will no longer take place. It's a way of saying that something has been cancelled. For example, the manager decided to call off the meeting due to unforeseen circumstances. They had to call off the wedding because of family emergency. Call up. It means to telephone someone, to summon someone for a particular purpose, often used in the context of military service. Call up can be used when you are making a phone call to someone or when someone is being summoned or selected for a special duty or service, like military duty. For example, I need to call up Sarah and tell her the good news. During the war, many young men were called up to serve in the army. Call in. Call in means to request someone to come, specially for help or consultation. To phone into a place such as radio show or work. Call in is often used when you are asking someone to come over to assist with something or when you are making a phone call to an organization or public service. For example, we need to call in an expert to fix the issue. She called in to the radio station to request her favorite song. Call out. It means to shout or announce loudly, to publicly challenge someone or point out a fault. Call out, we can use it when we are talking about someone loudly shouting something for others to hear or when someone is publicly challenging another person or a highlight or a mistake or an issue. For example, he called out his opponent's lies during the debate. The teacher called out the names of the students on the attendance list. Callback. It means to return a phone call. Callback is straightforward, used when you are talking about returning someone's phone call or responding to a previous attempt to reach you. For example, I'll call you back as soon as I finish this meeting. The company called me back for a second interview. Call down. It means to reprimand or scold someone, to request divine intervention or punishment. Call down is used when someone is being reprimanded or scolded for their behavior. It can also refer to invoking a high power of assistance or punishment. For example, the villagers called down a curse upon the invaders. The coach called down the player for not following the strategy. Call upon. It means to formally ask someone to do something. We can use call upon when we are formally requesting or asking someone to take action or do something. For example, the teacher called upon the students to participate in the discussion. The president called upon all the citizens to unite in the face of crisis. Call around. It means to contact multiple people or places by phone. Called around is used when you are making phone calls to several different people or places to gather information or make arrangements. For example, I need to call around to find the best price for the car repair. She spent the afternoon calling around to invite friends to her party. Call by. It means to visit someone for a short time. We can use call by when you are planning to visit someone briefly, often without a prior appointment. For example, I thought I might call by your place on my way home from work. He decided to call by his friend's house to drop the book. Call out for. It means to order delivery from a restaurant or to request help loudly. Call out for can mean ordering food for delivery or loudly asking for help in an urgent situation. For example, we decided to call out for pizza because no one wanted to cook. She called out for help when she saw the fire. Call over. It means to invite someone to come closer or visit. For example, I called her over to discuss the project details. Why don't you call over your friends for dinner? Call forth. It means to bring something into existence or to evoke a response. Call forth means to evoke or bring about a particular reaction or emotion. For example, the speech called forth a strong reaction from the audience. His bravery called forth admiration from his peers. Call up on. It means to ask for someone's help or support. Use call up on when you're asking someone for their assistance or support in a particular situation. For example, they called upon him for advice on the new project. I might have called upon you to help me with this problem. Call down on. It means to invoke a negative consequence or punishment on someone. Call down on means to bring about or invoke a negative consequence or punishment on someone. For example, the dictator called down harsh penalties on those who opposed him. They called down a curse on their enemies. Call back on. To ask for additional support from someone previously helped. You can use call back on when you are referring to seeking help or support again from someone who has previously assisted you. For example, if I get stuck, I might need to call back on your expertise. She knew she could call back on her mentor for guidance. Call out on. It means to challenge or confront someone about something, often publicly. Call out on is used when you are publicly challenging or confronting someone about their actions or statements. For example, she called him out on his misleading statements during the meeting. The activists called out the company on its environmental practices. That's it for today's lesson on phrasal verbs with call. I hope you found this video helpful and that you feel more confident using these phrasal verbs in your conversations. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumb up and share it with your friends who are also learning English. Don't forget to subscribe Medical Professor and hit bell notification so you never miss an update. And if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, leave them in comments below. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next video. Bye for now. Thank you.